What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new reaction, and today we're watching 10 times Princess Diana pissed off the royal family. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know that much about Princess Diana. We've done some reactions to like her death and stuff and how like it's a big mystery. But the one thing I do know about her is that she was loved by most of the UK and like a lot of the world. Like even to this day, people that weren't even born when she was alive still look up to her and look at her as like a role model, because she was doing it different. She wanted to like go out of her way to help people, and she wasn't really going on the whole royal family path. So I'm interested to see, like, was she actually doing stuff to like really make them mad and like it be understandable that they were mad at it, or was she just doing stuff that they just didn't like and they were just getting mad just because? I don't know, we're about to figure out. Let's get into it.
For this list, we're looking at all the times Diana, Princess of Wales, rebelled against the rules of the firm.
See, that's why I knew I liked her for something. She was the Princess of Wales. I love my Wales people.
Let us know in the comments what your favourite Princess Diana moment is. Number 10. Obey. Though Diana was only 20 years old when she married Prince Charles, she was already rebelling against the rules and regulations of Buckingham Palace. She made the decision to edit the royal wedding vows, taking issue with the promise to obey her new spouse, as the vows are written for the Church of England. She cut out the pledge to obey, something ordinary people had already been doing for years by this point because of how archaic it sounds.
Wilt thou have this man to thy wedded husband, to live together according to God's law in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health?
This wasn't a one-off.
I mean, that's weird to say you're gonna obey, like, it makes her sound like she's a dog or something. Like, yeah, I understand that.
Though, decades later, and both Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle would also remove the word obey, thanks to the precedent Diana set.
I, Diana Frances.
I, Diana Frances.
Take thee, Charles Philip Arthur George.
Take thee, Philip Charles Arthur George.
Number 9. Normal childhoods. Though she was an aristocrat herself, Diana never wanted Prince William and Prince Harry to lose touch with the ordinary people of the world. So she did her best to give them a normal childhood, inasmuch as anyone with that level of privilege can. Though William and Harry did still have nannies to take care of them, thanks to the busy schedules of their parents, Diana always kept up with their lives, and was the most hands-on mother the royals had ever had at this time.
I mean, she was being a mom. She was being a mom, and she wanted to be there for her kids and give them a normal life. That seems okay to me.
Listen to this.
Great Granny.
Great Granny. And I was.
Though this was against the parenting styles of the Queen and other senior royals, it's clearly made William and Harry far more down to earth than they might have been otherwise.
Yeah, even to this day, they're really down to earth.
Number 8. Crouching. The royal family is supposed to divine in nature, placed onto the throne by God. As such, it's expected that everybody in the United Kingdom show deference to them at all times, including young children.
Mother knelt on the carpet to show the baby to the children, but by now a tearful Prince Harry had had enough.
That's why it was so landmark when the Princess of Wales crouched down to talk to the young, so that she was on their level and less intimidating. Future King Prince William, the Duchess of Cambridge, Prince Harry and other modern royals also crouched down to talk to young kids. Expecting children to grasp the complexities of having to defer to the Queen isn't really realistic, and Diana made them feel at ease thanks to her years of experience looking after kids.
She's just trying to make herself feel more human to them. Like, she's a royal, but she don't want to have to put on that persona and really act like a royal. She's just trying to be a normal person.
Number 7. Hospital birth. Until Diana, it was standard for the royals to have home births, attended in their bedrooms by doctors and midwives. It was also standard for royal mothers like Elizabeth II and Queen Victoria to be heavily sedated during the process to try and minimise stress to the sovereign.
Was receiving his first sights and sounds of the outside world, but from the glimpse we saw of him, it appeared he was fast asleep. The princess looked happy, relaxed and well recovered from her labour.
Diana, however, decided to have a natural birth in a hospital, St Mary's Hospital to be specific, and that's where both William and Harry were born. Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle also both chose to have hospital births, thanks to Diana's trailblazing decision.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all like, just personal preference. Like, yeah, maybe it was a tradition to do it, But if she wanted to do it this way, it's literally her. She is giving birth. She can do it however she wants.
He changed royal motherhood. Completely turned it on its head.
Today, it's far more common for women to have hospital births than home births.
Yeah.
Number 6, nursery.
William was baptised in the music room at Buckingham Palace. But Diana wasn't consulted about what time would work best for her baby. And the morning didn't go well.
Another way Diana was different when it came to raising her sons was her decision to send them to nursery. In the past, royal children would have been educated at home by a governess, something that was already very old-fashioned by the mid-20th century.
Later, she claimed that she felt sort of an extra from that whole scene, that it was much more about the royal family and presenting an image to the world than the welfare of William.
Rather than have William taught at home, Diana sent him to miners' nursery school, a tradition continued with Prince Harry. This meant the royals interacted with children their own age from the beginning, unlike Prince Charles, dubbed the lonely heir from time to time. Prince William's children have also attended schools, though they're still all expensive, fee-paying private schools. Number 5.
Again, that's just a personal preference. That's just her making her decision as a mom and what she wants for her child. So far, there has not been one thing that I'm like, okay, I understand why you would be mad at her.
Thinking about mental health.
Instead, I suggest that we consider what part we can play in the fight against addiction.
Far from continuing the royal family's stiff upper
Hell
lip
yeah.
approach to mental health, Diana was outspoken about her personal issues. She'd said that she'd had bulimia, an eating disorder, for many years, though by the time she opened up with the public about it, it had been treated.
Mental health, like the problems of drug and alcohol misuse, does not easily attract public sympathy.
This made her a major spokesperson for mental health and eating disorders, though it likely wasn't what the royal family wanted.
So we, in turn, must recognise the part that individuals can play in caring for all the casualties of our society.
Regardless,
I love that. I love that. If y'all know, if you're new to the channel, I love anybody that is an advocate for mental health. That is one of the most important things in your life. And Diana, yeah.
Diana's legacy continues in her sons, with Prince Harry notably speaking about mental health and championing many charitable causes, including the effects being in the royal family has on a person.
She was like ahead of her time, honestly. She was really ahead of her time, because if she was like a princess today, bro, she would be the most popular person in the world. Everybody would love her. Like, really.
Number 4, hunting. Another thing Diana allegedly hated that the royal family loved is hunting. Though she'd gone hunting herself in her aristocratic youth, by the time she was a mother, she didn't want William and Harry to be encouraged to hunt animals. She likely never intervened to actually stop them from doing the activity, but her disapproval wasn't a secret, even if she did deny how deep it was to the newspapers from time to time.
Is this a bash? Horse bash? I don't know what they call these things. I mean, this would be used for what?
Regardless, Diana was certainly in the right on this one. Today, hunting for sport is considered abhorrent by most people, with only Britain's privileged elite still taking part in this country.
Yeah, see, like, I live in Kentucky. Hunting is a normal thing. Everybody does it. Literally everybody does it. I don't. I'm not a big hunter. I'd rather go fishing. I don't really like having to kill animals like that. But you know, nowadays a lot of people don't like hunting, so I understand this.
Number 3, black dresses. She was a fashion icon for most of her life, and numerous times her fashion choices flew in the face of royal protocol. Most notably, the Princess of Wales would sometimes wear black for events, when usually the royal family is only supposed to wear black if they are in mourning or attending a solemn event, like Remembrance Sunday.
I didn't know that. I mean, she got it on though.
Diana famously wore a so-called black revenge dress in 1994, the very same day a documentary aired about Prince Charles' infidelity. But she wore black at other times too, and why shouldn't she? Ordinary people wear black all the time, and it doesn't mean they're in mourning after all.
Hey, my closet consists of black everything besides like this red shirt and like maybe some white shirts.
Number 2, HIV/AIDS stigma.
Today, the hospital reckoned that the princess's visit was worth all the government propaganda put together.
One of of Diana's biggest legacies is her advocacy for HIV and AIDS sufferers in the 1980s, as the AIDS epidemic took over the world. Diana embarked on a trip to New York in which she was photographed and filmed shaking hands with and hugging AIDS patients.
Only this
Hey, that was not seen back then. Wow. That's awesome.
A still photograph with the princess, and then only with his back to the camera.
This alone massively helped shake the stigma of HIV.
That's awesome,
as at the time, many were afraid to even touch AIDS patients out of fear of contracting the disease, though of course it can't be spread this way.
Yeah, but a lot of people back then believed it could, and they wouldn't even want to get near these people. And for her to go to be a member of the royal family and to go to New York and shake hands with them on camera, bro, that's different.
Wearing gloves, and the mere fact that she shook hands with the patients and myself.
Diana remained a prominent activist for HIV and AIDS for the rest of her life, but we're not sure the palace was too pleased with her wading into public health issues.
Bro, she was really just a pioneer. She was a pioneer. She just wanted to do stuff different. She actually cared for people, like, a lot. Yeah.
Number 1, the Martin Bashir interview.
Mr. Bashir showed him fake bank statements, falsely suggesting people close to Princess Diana were being paid to spy on her in order to secure an interview.
The same landmark interview where she came clean about her mental health struggles, there were many other revelations in this notorious episode of Panorama. With no palace staff or press officers, Diana gave an extremely candid interview about her life and her marriage to the Prince of Wales in 1995, when they'd already been separated for a number of years.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
Following the interview, in which Diana famously talked about her overcrowded marriage to Prince Charles,
Yeah, that ain't never good.
Buckingham Palace decided the Waleses had to divorce. Years on, and it was revealed that Bashir earned this interview through fraud. The BBC was forced to apologise to the late royals family in 2020.
What the?
He says
in 2020? What the heck?
Mocked up bank statements were a stupid thing to do and an action I deeply regret.
Wow.
But insists they had no bearing on Princess Diana choosing to give an interview.
That's insane that it took that long to get an apology. Wow. But alright guys, that is going to do it for the 10 times Princess Diana pissed off the royal family. I just think she was ahead of her time. She was doing stuff different. She actually cared for people. And she wanted to, you know, not just be known as a royal, but known as a human. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comments. If you want to see more reactions like this, let me know by hitting that like button. Make sure y'all got today. Spread love, spread kindness, do something nice for somebody today. I love you guys so much, I really do. JC reaction, I'm out. Peace.